We see presidential approval ratings ebb and flow given circumstances, whether internationally, domestically. I think domestically is what we saw a big focus on with the passage of the big, beautiful bill, and the coverage around the July 4th holiday really dominated how many Americans started to see what this bill was really about. It was a high-risk bet from the jump. You know, I think when you looked at how it cut taxes by $1.6 trillion, but it slashed spending as well, you saw that it was sold as an economic boost. But the Fed is warning of inflation spikes. We might see one come September. And while it fuels growth, or so Republicans say it's going to fuel economic growth, there are just a lot of people who have focused on the debt. How this big, beautiful bill drives up the national deficit, I think, was one of the most problematic things for the Republicans. And they haven't been able to message really out of that boondoggle. Democrats had an entryway there, and we haven't really seen them grab the mantle there. So again, going back to my original point, I think anything is possible. If Trump is really continuing to do well on the international front, then sometimes the domestic woes, again, related to what happened on Capitol Hill earlier this month, kind of get swept under the rug. But I wouldn't really take a bet on that.
This is the president that came again and said, promises made, promises kept. Everything the president said he was going to do, he's doing. Here's the issue, though. The challenge is now conservatives, not Democrats, are saying, well, wait a minute. This is not, some of the big, beautiful bill, it's actually raising taxes, not lowering taxes. And so I think what's happening is there are conservatives that are either with Trump, and then there are those that have said, hey, we supported you, but this bill and this policy is actually what Republicans are fighting against, not what they're fighting for. What gives?